Welcome back to another video. And let's take a look at the Swansea Classic Bike Show.
Well, it's welcome to the latest in our long line of motorcycle exhibitions, staged here at the Swansea Bus Museum and Transport Heritage Centre. It's been running a long time. I first organised it in the Swansea Marina when I was exhibitions officer for Swansea City Council Museum Services, and when I left it lapsed for a while, but then I brought it back to life with the permission of Swansea Museum Services and brought it here. It's been a good combination, as I said, and we're getting motorcycle racing bikes. We've got some from Swansea rider Godfrey Benson. We've got a Halewood replica and a Manx Norton, and equally in the corner to my right we've got a 1942 Harley-Davidson, which was originally ridden by the now current owner's father and done up by the family, and is an absolutely remarkable machine when you look at it and think that it was originally built in 1942. Contrastingly, of course, we've got the race bikes that are being brought here by the Swansea Met University down in Swansea Bay that you pass as you're coming into the city. This is their first occasion here. We hope this won't be the last show, but the museum is under some difficulty in raising the funds to keep it open. We've been here 7 years, we've managed it so far, and we hope that we may continue to survive. It's the only museum of its kind, not only in the locality but in Wales, and it certainly deserves to survive. We can combine, as you see from the motorcycles here, everything really in the two-wheeled and three-wheeled world. We also run shows for classic cars, competition cars, tractors, army vehicles, 4x4s, and bus shows, and we try and break the mould of a standard museum and make it as wide an encompassing building as we can. As you see, we've got vehicles from fire engines to commercial vehicles that once were part of Swansea City Council's collection, are still owned by them, but the council itself now doesn't have the space or the facilities to exhibit them, so they're on loan to us longer term. We've got quite a fleet of buses ourselves, some privately owned, some as part of the museum collection. So we're trying our best to make it something for everybody, and we seem today certainly to be achieving that. Yes, we have primarily the motorcycle enthusiasts, but as you can see around me, the visitors are also being interested in the other attractions at the museum, and hopefully long may that continue. I mentioned the 1942 Harley-Davidson earlier, and you see it now before you. An absolutely remarkable restoration job, restored with loving care, primarily by the entire family with some expert assistance by the professionals. But it shows that the range of vehicles. We've got the modern superbikes, which you'll also later. But things like this restore your faith in the fact that there are still enthusiasts out there who can spend time and a great deal of love and affection on these machines to make them what they are today. as I mentioned earlier, we've got a number of racing motorcycles. We've got a replica here of Mike Hailwood, the famous Mike Hailwood, who once raced at Aberdare Park. Sadly no longer with us after that freak accident. But we've got a replica of one of the kind of bikes that Mike rode. And we've also got the Manx Norton that I think probably is in the minds of so many riders today and enthusiasts that have seen and heard these Manx Nortons thunder around the Isle of Man and many other British circuits and indeed international circuits. And again, it does reflect the great changes in the displays that we have here, that they vary so much. And we are very grateful to Swansea rider Godfrey Benson for providing these two machines. Occasionally he does get enthusiastic and fire them up, but we do ask that when he does that, he tries to take them out of the building so that we don't all go deaf, because believe me, when these bikes fire up, you know they're fired up. So again, our thanks to Godfrey for being here. One of the more traditional racing bikes, I suppose, as compared to the ones that you saw earlier on the Swansea Met stand, but part of the motor racing scene in this country and internationally.
It's a 350 overhead camshaft Norton from 1950. It is what is commonly called the garden gate frame, and this year Norton's brought out the featherbed frame, and this became obsolete immediately. It's a twin cam, all magnesium engine, and I bought it in 1967 from Handel Davis, who was the local, you get the local franchise for Nortons. It was sold then again, and I bought it back 10 years ago and rebuilt it. I've raced it once in Aberdare, but that's all I've raced with this one.
We're part of the Armed Forces Bikers, formed in 2011, and it became a charity in July 2012, and to date we've handed out £819,000 to veterans, and 100% that we raise goes to veterans. We don't have any cards because you've got to pay the banks, but let's see. If you want to go online, we are on Facebook as well, and just look out for the Armed Forces Bikers.
No, but
I was just having a look at these actually. Right away so you don't get me eaten by sharks. So